a mysterious squadron coming from the east at speeds exceeding Mach 3, slicing through one of NATO's most fortified airspaces as if it were just lines on paper. This was not a replay of the incidents from a few days ago. This time, the breach went beyond drones and into the realm of fighter jets themselves. The scene was a clear message. What the drones began was only the first chapter. Moscow is now ready to take the confrontation to a higher level, one NATO's defenses in the heart of Europe may not be able to withstand. And as the alliance stood in shock, Putin's voice thundered like a bombshell. Your defensive shield is full of holes, and we will tear it again if we must. The question that now grips everyone: what's the story behind this mysterious squadron that Putin pushed deep into NATO airspace, delivering a slap in Trump's own backyard? Secrets about the airborne Kinzhal squadron and the defensive scandal shaking the alliance are revealed in this episode. Stay with us until the end and don't forget to support us by liking the video. On the morning of September 19, NATO's early warning system detected a squadron of 3 Russian MiG-31K fighters flying at altitudes exceeding Mach 3. What was alarming was that the jets had filed no flight plan and kept their transponders off, something Estonia considered a direct violation of international aviation rules. This was no routine reconnaissance flight. The jets were fully armed with Kh-47M2 Kinzhal hypersonic missiles, weapons capable of striking targets over 2,000 kilometers away at speeds of up to Mach 10, with extreme maneuverability designed to punch through air defenses. The moment the squadron approached airspace near the island of Venlo, air raid sirens sounded and NATO command centers scrambled interceptors from Amari Air Base in Estonia. The flight lasted roughly 12 minutes before the Russian fighters returned to international airspace, but the message had been delivered. Moscow wanted to remind NATO that any strategic target, from air defense radars to command centers across Europe, could be struck within minutes. No engagement or exchange of fire took place, but the incident forced NATO to convene an emergency North Atlantic Council session to discuss reinforcing air defenses and boosting readiness of Baltic air patrols. MiG-31 under the microscope. When we talk about the breach of NATO airspace last September, we cannot ignore the star of the show, the MiG-31K. This aircraft is far from a conventional interceptor. It's a platform of strategic dominance designed to carry a weapon that can change the rules of modern warfare entirely. The MiG-31 remains the largest interceptor ever to enter service, measuring 22.6 meters in length with a 13.5 meter wingspan and a maximum takeoff weight of around 46 tons. It's powered by 2 Soloviev D-30 F6 afterburning turbofans, each producing 152 kN of thrust, allowing the jet to reach top speeds near Mach 2.83, which is about over 3,000 km per hour, and to maintain supersonic speeds for longer periods than any other multi-role fighter currently in service. Its 2-seat cockpit allows the pilot and weapon systems officer to share duties, a critical advantage in long-range interception missions. For detection and targeting, the aircraft is equipped with the N007 Zaslon M radar, the world's first fighter-mounted phased array radar capable of detecting large targets beyond 320 kilometers, tracking 24 targets simultaneously, and engaging up to 4 at once. This effectively turns the MiG-31 into a flying command post, directing other fighters and closing radar gaps across an entire theater of operations. Its armament includes long-range air-to-air missiles like the R-33 and R-37M with ranges exceeding 300 kilometers, designed to take out AWACS and tanker aircraft before they can approach the front line, as well as short and medium-range missiles for self-defense and a 23mm internal cannon for close-range engagements. These characteristics make the MiG-31K a centerpiece of Russia's strategic deterrence, especially when armed with the Kinzhal hypersonic missile, which served as Moscow's loud message to NATO in this incident. The Kinzhal Squadron that terrified NATO. The variant used in the NATO incident was the MiG-31K, a special modification of the MiG-31 in which the nose-mounted radar and some traditional interception equipment were removed to save weight and extend range, making it capable of carrying the Kh-47M2 Kinzhal hypersonic missile under its fuselage. This upgrade transformed the MiG-31 from a defensive interceptor into a strategic strike platform capable of launching one of the most dangerous offensive weapons in Russia's arsenal. The Kinzhal is essentially an air-launched version of the Iskander tactical ballistic missile, but launching it from the air grants it dramatically extended range, over 2,000 kilometers when fired from high altitude at supersonic speed, allowing strike deep into Europe within minutes. The missile weighs around 4.5 tons and carries a warhead of roughly 500 kilograms, which can be either a powerful high explosive or even a tactical nuclear payload, significantly boosting its role as a strategic deterrent. As noted earlier, the Kinzhal can reach speeds exceeding Mach 10 while performing maneuvers during its terminal phase, making interception by Western air defenses like Patriot or even THAAD nearly impossible. Its ability to alter trajectory mid-flight complicates interception calculations and undermines the effectiveness of defense networks that rely on predictable ballistic paths. Having 3 of these aircraft in the air simultaneously theoretically allows Russia to strike 3 separate strategic targets, NATO air bases, command and control centers, or ammunition depots at the same time, and all within a window shorter than NATO's full reaction cycle. The Russian message was crystal clear. Any escalation could begin with a rapid, unstoppable first strike, and Europe remains within reach despite advanced air defense networks. The dark side. There is no denying that the MiG-31K armed with the Kinzhal has become a true weapon of terror. Its precision strikes on infrastructure in Ukraine have confounded Western air defenses and forced NATO to reassess its posture. But behind this aura of fear lie weaknesses that make it far less perfect than Russian propaganda suggests. First, the aircraft itself dates back to the 1980s, with production having ended in the 1990s, meaning every MiG-31 flying today relies on aging airframes and spare parts that must be refurbished or reproduced with difficulty. Its D-30 F6 engines have a limited service life, requiring major overhauls after only a few hundred flight hours, reducing sorties rates and posing a logistical challenge to maintain readiness. Operating and maintenance costs are extremely high, and sanctions make obtaining spare parts harder, leading to longer downtimes between missions, a major risk in protracted conflict. Tactically, the MiG-31 is not ideal for close-range dogfighting. Its large size and interceptor-focused design make it excel in high-speed and street-line missions, but less effective if forced into low-altitude maneuvering or close-air combat. Its radar cross-section is also relatively large, making it easier to detect compared to newer stealth fighters. This is why MiG-31s usually operate as part of carefully planned formations, with escorting aircraft providing cover and filling the gap gaps in close-range air defense. Finally, the number of MiG-31Ks capable of carrying the Kinzhal is very limited, meaning the loss of even one would be a significant operational and symbolic blow to Moscow. So, the big question remains for you, dear viewer. Do you think the MiG-31K with its Kinzhal missile will remain a nightmare NATO cannot break, or will its vulnerabilities be exposed in a prolonged confrontation? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next episodes.